Does Molecule Motorsports make the best skid plate for your Honda 450RL? This thing's pretty sick. Let's take a closer look and find out. So here's the stock skid plate. Pretty good for a stock plastic one. Let's see how much coverage it has. No linkage protection. And here's on the left side. Here's the Molecule. There it is from the front. This thing's pretty beefy. It's nice and thick. Made in USA. Here's the instructions that you get. Nice instructions. Got the extra piece for the skid plate. That'll be going right there. Got to install some clips on the brackets and we'll see how that goes. So we got the stock skid plate off and got them side by side. You can see there's quite a bit of difference. The thickness is more than double of the stock. Put them side by side here. You can really see how much thicker the Molecule is. A lot more side protection. You can see the lips on the side go up. Of course, it's going to have the linkage protection on the back. And installation is quite simple. You got the stock. There's just the 2 bolts on each side. We have the coolant overflow tank right there. Then there's the 1 bolt or 1 hole right there. So this bracket will go there. And this bracket will go right there. So let's get that installed and go from there. Here's the bracket installed, and the hardware it comes with is a T30 Torx bit or a 8mm socket. And depending on the welds on your frame, you may have to shave off just a little bit of the bracket just so it sits flush on there. And that bracket installs with the stock bolt. And you can see there's the oil drain plug. So I guess you could cut a hole in the skid plate if you wanted to, but I may just leave it as is and change the oil with the skid plate off, because I know if there's a hole, I had a hole in my last skid plate, and even with the hole, the oil will just go everywhere and get everywhere and attract dirt and make it even dirtier. So may just take it off to do oil changes. So for this step, you need it says you can bend it cold, but I think it's best to use like a hair dryer or a heat gun. So because you can see that comes flat, and we're gonna have to put a bend right there and put a bend right there to get the fit how we want. So I'm gonna set it up on the edge of my bench, heat it right here, bend it down, go check it, and then once I get this first bend where I want it, then I can kind of see where I want that second bend to be with, because this installs right here. So I'm probably gonna do this second bend right about there. Okay, now you can see I put a first bend, second bend, and you don't really have to bend it much. I mean, that was flat, so you know, just a little bit down right there and a little bit up right there. And after you heat this up, it gets a little bit more flexible, so once I put it on, it should fit real good. It'll flex a little bit. All right, there she is, all installed. There's the bend on the back. One thing on these bolts right here that helped was I got them started, and then I heated up that again and then tightened those down, and it kind of helped bend it where it needs to be. But we are all protected now. I like how these sides kind of come up and protect a little bit more. There's this side. You could probably get the oil filter out if you took your plastic cover off the side right here. But like I said, I'm gonna take the whole thing off when I do oil changes. Yeah, so I had on my last bike I had an aluminum skid plate, but I think I'm gonna like the plastic a little bit better. Not gonna be as loud when stuff's hitting it, and it's gonna slide over obstacles instead of kind of getting stuck up and dragging on stuff. But yeah, I think it looks pretty sick. So what is this skid plate made out of? The plastic is called UHMW, which stands for ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. Wow, that's a mouthful. But yeah, it's has better wear properties than steel and aluminum. It glides and slides over obstacles better. It's lighter weight. It's 1/4 inch thick. It's made in USA. I mean, I could just go on and on. I don't know why you would get any other skid plate. This thing just clicks all the boxes.